Fantastic.
Fantastic. Welcome back to Geordie Media with Ben and Paul. We just thought we'd do a quick video with the latest update on the day before, because the developers, Fantastic or FNtastic, have released a statement exclusively to IGN, which I'd just like to read first before we actually go into, shitting on the game.
Hold on. You can read.
Yes, it's my
jealous.
Only if it's a pop-up, though. You know what I mean? As long as each page something hits us in the face, you know.
Right, a pop-up book. Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So they said millions of people have added the day before to their wish list, making the day before one of the most anticipated games in the world. Fucking humble brag much. So it's feeling and understanding the great responsibility that we face with enormous gratitude in our hearts. We're pleased to announce that the day before switching to the new Unreal Engine 5 technology. Sounds like they don't even know what it is, does it? The transition to a more advanced and adapted open world engine will make the gameplay of the day before even more fantastic. They should have put FNtastic actually in that statement, because that's the company. In this regard, we regret to inform you that the new release date of the game will be March 1st, 2023. So it's been delayed for a year, the game that was never being made in the first place.
Yeah. Well, like this, I tagged you in something, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
And I says,
was
we'll
it
have
a prop night thing, was it?
Yeah, but they said it was a prop night thing, but they also said, don't worry, we'll have news for the day before. Yeah, fucking bad news.
Yeah. I just feel such vindication because we got so much hate in the last video where people are just like, of course it's coming, and just give them time, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, we're pouring it to a new engine, so it's going to be another year. Like, but wasn't it meant to come out next month, though?
Well,
could you not have released that build of the game while you worked on the other one? Or is that because there isn't that build of the game at all and it doesn't exist? Or?
Because your game is a fantasy, because it's not real, and everybody knows this except the people who just defend it like crazy. Like, it is real, it's coming. In another year, mate. Okay, it's coming. It was due out next month.
Exactly, it's due out next month. We didn't see any actual real gameplay of like an individual playing a current build of the game, other than like perfectly created cuts of the game.
Yeah,
it was never coming next month, was it? And that's what we were trying to say. We're like, and I still stand by what we've said previously, that I would love the game to be real. I wish the game was real, but right now I just feel like it's just another. Yeah. It's another fake reveal. It's like, Passing the Parcel, where you rip a layer off and there's just another layer of wrapper underneath. That's what I feel like it is. Do you know what I mean? It's like I took off a girl's knickers and there was just another pair of knickers.
The Passing the Parcel thing, I don't know if that's something that happens in America, but it's a very British way of saying we're going to be disappointed over and over again, but I'm all for it.
Yeah. And then the kids whose birthday it is actually gets the fucking present. Yeah. It's bullshit.
They always stop on the birthday boy or girl, don't they?
Counted it exactly.
It's a con. 9 goes around, remember, Philip? 9 goes around.
Yeah. So many childhood memories of lost gifts.
They hyped up this game because they wanted to say, if you buy Prop Night, you get this game. Really? And people can say, well, no, it's not really. But it is. Because Prop Night is just shit. It's not even Fortnite. It's shit Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
And
it's almost as if this game's a prop for Prop Night, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it.
I'm surprised they didn't sign that off by saying, in the meantime, why don't you try Prop Night? Why don't you support our other game, the only game we actually have made, for the next year, please?
Exactly. The thing that bugs me is the developers have had a history of making games and then abandoning them, and people are still defending them. Like, well, no, it's coming, right? Yeah, okay, but and just before anyone says, because we've said it's coming, it's been delayed a year. Okay, it's 11 months. There you go. You can't even comment that now, because that's how petty they are. They'll be like, no, it's coming in 11 months, not a year.
The best comment was when I compared it to CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk, where I had said, that was a studio we genuinely trusted because of Witcher 3. Someone was like, and I said, and obviously we were all let down by Cyberpunk. And this is coming from me, a guy who genuinely loves Cyberpunk. Even at launch when it crashed, I still thought it was a pretty good game. Yeah. But even I've got to admit, like, they're still screwed the fans, especially people on last gen consoles. And like, someone in the comments like, they didn't let us down with Cyberpunk. I'm like, what game did you play? Like, did you watch the videos and read the reviews? Like, everyone was disappointed by Cyberpunk. So like, yeah, I feel like we've got that situation. Like, this is a company I already don't trust. Do you know what I mean? Because they haven't got enough lineage for us to believe in them yet, and they've got a history of abandoning games. And then they've just been really shady around like the release of information. And then this just seems like a cop out. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it was Skillup posted about it. That's where I'd seen it first. He'd posted the link for IGN, and he'd said, "Is this like a normal turnaround time for porting to a whole new engine?" And someone was like, "It depends. Like, it could be really straightforward. Sometimes, like, basically anything in Unreal Engine 4 should work automatically in Unreal Engine 5. But then other stuff, it like will cause like, you know, loads of bugs and loads more work will need to be done." But if the game was, I'm not being funny, if the game was due out next month, that means it was gold, really, wasn't it? It was done.
Well,
it should be done at this point.
Unless the state that it's early access, then I mean, you would think it was to go gold.
Surely it was completely playable if it was due out in a month. It would be, surely they would just be in the phase of polish.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think, again, like, they do want to make this game. Don't get us wrong, I think they do. But they've showed a tiny little bit that they've made in Unreal Engine 4, what have you, and they've said, right, this is what you can do, but they've not been able to do any of that. Now, people turn around and say, yeah, but they're Russian, so it's going to take a little bit longer because of, obviously, what's going on in Russia. But, I mean, as far as I'm aware, they're not going to fight the Ukraine. Do you know what I mean? They're not in the tanks. They're still developing that game, so how is it taking them longer? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think that's a cop out. I think, don't get me wrong, obviously what's happening in Ukraine and in Russia, obviously that's like, you know, terrible, but it's affecting a lot of studios and a lot of businesses, but it's definitely not affecting them because they're posting regularly about Prop Night and they're like on board and pushing Prop Night. So I think it'd be weird for them to be able to push out content and updates for Prop Night, but not this.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Because you're either working or you're not. You're like, you know what I mean? You're either sidetracked by that or you're not. Well, it appears that they're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they haven't commented anything to say that they are sidetracked by that.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
So I don't think that's really like a weird grace that you need to give them. Like, I don't think that's applicable in this situation.
Well, that's it. Yeah. I mean, like, the creators of the Dead Space remake, right? They post regularly, and even if it's just, we're still making the game, or look, this sound is different to the remake of the last one, and they're a bigger studio, but that's all it takes is just a tweet to say everything's still on track, or this is a model from the game. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be like, this is what an item looks like in the world you can pick up and use for food or drink or a bandage. Do you know what I mean? So we've got proof, but they're just radio silent unless they're talking about Prop Night.
Intentionally elusive, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like,
they're not Rockstar. They're fantastic.
Fantastic, and they're not really other.
And I mean, all that reminds me of is that Fantastic Four film, Fan Four Stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was terrible. So that just, I'm just thinking
that
about...
Unfantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic. Is that how we're saying it? I don't know. I don't know how the cool kids are saying it.
Yeah, I'm not down with the kids anymore.
But I feel quite vindicated from all of the comments because it's just like, it's just another thing. I don't believe they're updating it to Unreal 5.
No,
because I don't think. But don't get us wrong. I would love it. I'd love to be wrong, and I would love it to be the case of, it takes them a year, but they actually do launch a great game. But honestly, in a year's time, if it's not a fully launched game and it comes out and it's early access in a year's time, I still will feel exactly the same way. I'm like, this company's just, it's snake oil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like right now.
It does, yeah. Because they never went in saying, oh, it's going to be early access in June. They just said it releases in June, and the console releases coming after that. So they're porting everything over to Unreal Engine 5. Why can't you put it in early access? Because that's what they did with DayZ. They changed the whole engine with an update.
Why couldn't they have said, all right, we're going to update to the new engine, but here's an extensive gameplay clip, because let's be honest, the game was coming out next month, so it was finished.
Yeah.
Here's an extensive gameplay clip, but it's going to look even better in the new engine. It's because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's because it's vaporware. It really is. It's the people defending it are doing nothing but defending lies, and it's ridiculous. It's no way for a company to promote something. You had your shit game Prop Night, and you wanted to promote that. You should have just said, "This is what we're bringing out." if we make enough money, this is what we want to make. And do you know what I mean? Then I'd respect them more because they'd be like, oh yeah,
I'd be
fair
more
enough.
inclined. I'd be more inclined to actually support Prop Night,
Yeah,
even though I don't want to play it. If
because
I knew it was going to be going towards a game I actually wanted,
yeah,
and I believed that, you know what I mean. But like, I would never trust this company because right now I feel like they're pretty shady.
yeah, definitely. Everything about it is so weird. I mean,
Yeah, if
even
something
that,
feels too good to be true, yeah,
yeah,
it's that old adage. It normally is.
yeah, even that on Rails demos, they just look too good to be true. Everything
Mhm.
about it looks amazing, but why? It looks amazing now. So why they swapping to a new engine? They didn't
Yeah,
explain why, did they?
they
They
didn't
just,
explain
oh,
that. Yeah.
we're
I mean,
just
don't
going to
get us
Unreal
wrong. There's
5.
obviously benefits to going Unreal 5, but they were already saying that this was like going to support ray tracing and everything. So like, if it was like that far advanced, no studio in their right mind would do that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? No studio would be like, hey, let's just add another year and delay. Like, surely your investors would be really disappointed that you're
yeah.
delaying the game a year if it was a month away from launch. Oh, you're about to have a big payoff next month. No, we're going to delay it for a year.
hmm
Like,
Because your
okay,
game's not real and you
because
just need
it's
to
not real.
listen. They're lying to you. Stop defending them and start saying why you're talking out your arse, and then maybe you'll get some answers instead of coming in comment section and be like, the game is real. You've just got to have patience. How much more patience do you need? It's 11 months away, and there'll be another delay. Oh well, we're gonna actually wait for Unreal Engine 6 in 2045. Oh well, okay then. And then just people will sit and wait for that. People need to start questioning why these games come out in
Yeah.
such terrible states because like a year from now, yeah, the game might come out, but I bet you it'll be in early access because they're just making it now.
Yeah.
It wasn't real before. It was Unreal's demo, and they're getting a bit of money from Prop Night, and they're like, "Well, we'll make it now, but we're gonna do it in Unreal Engine 5." It's just ridiculous. It's bullshit and
How
lies.
funny, yeah, how funny would it be though if it comes out next year and it's like it actually does come out and it turns out it's on Unreal Engine 4 the whole time. Like, wait a second.
Yeah, wait a minute. But people will defend them and say, "Oh, yeah, well, they realized that Unreal Engine 5 was just too powerful for smaller smaller PCs." Or they'll
Yeah,
give some excuse, and then people will just lap it up. It's
yeah.
ridiculous. It really is. So yeah,
So I
we got
feel
proved right.
so yeah, I feel vindicated.
Vindication.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So yeah, that's day before. Do you want to go play some Prop Night now, Paul?
Yeah,
Or-
definitely not. I mean, you can, and I'll not watch.
So
Ridiculous.
thanks for watching, I guess.
Yeah, and leave your hate comments down below about how we're wrong, even though we're not.
I mean, a like would be appreciated. A
Oh,
dislike
yeah.
won't be seen.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, put a like on because that'll be your active dislike, and we'll
Yeah.
know it's a dislike. So put it on. We're like, whoa, we've got 21 dislikes, but put it on the like section because we can't see dislikes anymore. So yeah, thanks for watching.